she's a terrible friend to Celina. And there was a tiny bit in my brain that was like, oh, the trolls are going to be on me.
Hot take here. Trial Reels has ruined Instagram.
Basically was like, okay, I'm really slow. I'm really bad at running. I want to find other people like me. So that's why I made the video.
Oh God, that is another question that pisses me off. You are allowed to drink that, by the way. I know you asked, is this just for show? But welcome, girls. Celina.
Oh, we're going already?
Jenny, yeah,
Hello.
we're going.
Hello, thanks for having us.
Jenny was like before this. By the way, I've been really looking forward to coming on this pod. I was like, yeah, I would hope so.
You said it like 5 times.
But you said it so disingenuous.
No, actually, I've really been looking forward to it. I have, haven't I?
You have.
We're still trying to justify
I think she's just like that.
I think I've just, it
face
just
is just about
gives off like, when I'm telling the truth, it looks like I'm lying.
Yeah, fair
Maybe.
enough. I feel like I'm doing that. You know, when you're on a call, like a client call or like a business call, and you go, yeah, no, really, really excited to get going.
Yeah.
And it just sounds so
because
forced.
you're probably not.
Well, anyway, girls, thanks so much for joining me. Welcome
Thank
to the
you.
podcast.
Thank you.
I kind of want to go way back, really, because I haven't had you both on before, haven't had you on individually before, and there'll be a lot of people that kind of wondered where your content journey began. You're both running content creators.
Yeah.
I hate the term runfluencers, but
We kind of are.
does it ick you out as well?
I would never say it about myself.
No.
but I embrace it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I call myself one.
I feel like the term influencer just has this like stigma behind it.
Yeah.
That like am I allowed to swear?
Oh God, that is another question that pisses me off. That was
Why?
another thing.
What's the answer?
Because this is obviously you're allowed to swear.
I just feel like it's like if you could say to someone, I'm a content creator versus if you say I'm an influencer, I feel like you just give off wanker immediately because influencers just have this stigma behind them that we're we get free stuff and we make lots of money.
But what's the difference between content creator and influencer? I agree with you, by the way, but I wonder what the stigma is about.
The whole word comes from you have influence based off your following. So therefore, with your following, you have influence. That's where the term is coined. But I also think about it like, the only time I ever get introduced and say, oh, Calum's an influencer is like some boomer. Like, you know, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, there's just someone in my family that's just, you know, new to the whole thing and they're quite fascinated by it, which is cool. Like, you know, my dad would never say it though. He would never introduce me. He'll say Calum works in social media and he'll always use it as an op to impress his like business mates that have no idea.
I'd never say it to like my granny, oh, I'm a runfluencer.
No.
It's like, oh,
I'm a run talker. But I feel like influencer like first started from like people coming off like Love Island. Like when I think of an influencer, I think of someone in like Dubai next to a big car.
Taking nice pictures.
And I feel like that's where like the stigma comes from because people just view it as like, remember when people used to come off Love Island and it was all like they'd promote teeth whitening and all that? I feel like
that type of influencing is done.
It's done.
It's finished.
It's finished.
And when people say that,
and good riddance to it.
Yeah. When people say influencers do nothing, it's like I really don't think that can be said about our industry.
No.
Yeah, I would agree. 100%. 100%.
Is that biased?
We have it very easy compared to people.
Absolutely.
But I don't think the whole doing nothing thing is like, I think especially in the, I'm going to say it, but the runfluencer field, you making content is, okay, to a vast majority of people, they'll look at it and go, that's not inspiring me. But there is a percentage of people you are inspiring. And as a result, that is a product, not a product that you can monetize. Sorry, you can monetize it, but it's a product that you're doing that's out of goodness to other human beings. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's kind of a net positive thing.
100%. And we all run communities as well. That's a task.
Truth. Yep.
Yeah.
Want to chat about the Run Club stuff later on. But your content journeys, where did they begin?
Who's going to go first?
Jenny,
This is the thing with a double pod. Like, who starts?
Who starts?
Yeah.
Okay, so.
Yeah, Jenny, we'll go with you first.
I actually started posting, what was it? 9 years ago, 8-9 years ago now. I like was inspired.
It's a long old time.
It's actually crazy. I was like inspired by a lot of like fitness influencers in the gym. And
Who were they? Because
Chrissy Chella, like
don't know that
Grace
is.
Beverly. Do you know Chrissy
Grace
Chella
Beverly, obviously.
founded On Our Active?
No way.
Yeah, and I followed her like really early on, and just started posting my like. It was literally just me squatting in the gym, and then I posted for like 7 years. I did like gym content. I just used to post memes in lockdown.
Nice.
Yeah, like me having a mental breakdown on TikTok. And then I went on to like CrossFit content. And that's when I started trying, because I even had like a little mic that I used to take to the gym in my CrossFit classes. And then I hated CrossFit. started running, and that's when it like took off for me basically. But I feel like it took me 7 years to see anything, and then it's just been running ever since, which is like 2.5 years, 3 years ago now.
Yeah,
3 years ago. Yeah.
Would you have said like you ever fully enjoyed the content as much as you enjoy it now? In terms of like the CrossFit stuff, did you love it at the time, or does running have that grasp over you, which I feel it does for a lot of people, where it's like it is just so fun?
Yeah, no, I feel like CrossFit was for me very like serious. I would go to the gym and people would have a go at me for not doing like burpees fast enough. Like,
got you, yeah.
The fun thing, I've never actually been very good at anything that I've done, and that's kind of always been like the point of my content. It was the same with CrossFit. I just used to like go and have a laugh with it, but people at CrossFit in my gym were not like, they would take it quite seriously. But then running, I just find it like so fun.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I enjoy making that content more.
I think there's also the element of, as you said, like, I don't think that's probably the case of not being good at anything you've ever done. But 90% of humanity is shit at something they first do. Yeah. And it's so refreshing to see, you know, influencers, people that project themselves online and to a big following, actually just be normal and, oh shit, that person's getting 50,000 views on that video, but they are literally me.
Yeah.
I think that's so refreshing.
I think it's a bit of a skill to make something that you're bad at into something, like into your job. I've done that, like not even by trying.
Yeah.
It's quite cool.
What about you, Celina? How did you get started?
So I started in 2023, I think, summertime. Actually, before I get into that, it's one thing I've always admired about Jenny is the fact that she stuck at it for so long. Like the fact that she went for so long
fair play.
is incredible. Like with no views, amazing.
Literally, I have 800 views on every video.
Incredible.
So, right, can I ask? Because like for me, I did it whilst doing a full-time job that was in the same space. So for me, I was always like, oh, if this video does shit or like no one cares about my videos, I've just got my job and it's fine.
Yeah.
Obviously, you hadn't left your job when you're getting 800 views.
Yeah, no.
I only really made it a job when I realized, okay, cool, if I put more time into this, I can get bigger and better results. How do you kind of keep that motivation with posting when your job is so dissimilar to what you're doing essentially?
So my old job, I was actually, what's right to say this? I was managing like online coaches, and a lot of them were like famous influencers.
Oh, mad. So you were working in a similar kind of world.
Yeah, a little bit. And like, I was always in the fitness space. And then I started working with like, you know, like James Beardwell and McKenna and that crew.
Yeah.
I started working with them on their coaching businesses. And I always used to post like trends. And one thing that they taught me, I know I'm like 10 years older than them, but I was looking at them, I was like, they're literally just being themselves. Like they're exactly how they portray themselves online. I was like, maybe I just need to start showing my personality. And that's when it like clicked for me. So I definitely think my job helped me. I was like, I actually just need to be myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why a podcast is such a great thing to do. Because it's like the most candid version of you, and the real you is shown, and there's almost nowhere to hide, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how did you get started then?
So I fell on to Run Talk in, I think, April of 2023. So 3 years ago. And I was seeing people run the London Marathon. And bear in mind, I could not run to save my life. Like I would have to run to the end of the road. Like I would pick a pole at the end of the road and be like, okay, run to that. That would be the extent of what I could do. And these girls on TikTok inspired me so much that I was like, I'm signing up for the London Marathon. And I couldn't run to save my life. But I was like, I'm going to put my name into the charity ballot thing.
Charity ballot, yeah.
And I just got so inspired. And it all just came out of literally one day of inspiration. I started, I woke up one morning, had no inspiration to run the London Marathon. That same day, I signed up for the marathon and made my first running video the same day.
Wow.
That's it. Because with me, like I'm so like that. I get so inspired like that. And then I have to act on it. So that video, I remember I was sitting on the couch and I put my phone away because I was like, I'm sure it's going to get like 500 views. I went and made dinner, came back, and I think I'd gotten like 3 followers, and I was like, come on.
I love that,
Sorry.
man.
You went viral fast though, right?
Yeah. So 3 followers turned into like probably like 200 that day. And I was like, oh my God. And obviously I wasn't doing it for the followers. I never thought that that was going to happen. I basically was like, okay, I'm really slow. I'm really bad at running. I want to find other people like me. So that's why I made the video. I made the video being like, okay, I am starting from scratch, and I never really see that on social media, and I'm also really slow. And I guess it resonated with people. And yeah, it went viral. And then I think that was July 2023. And then...
So basically you signed up for the next year's London Marathon.
Yeah, so I had 8 months.
After being inspired in 2023.
8 months, yeah, to run it.
Wow.
I think like by, I don't know, a few months later, I think I had 100K on Instagram.
It's crazy.
Whoa.
Yeah, fair play.
It just took off like that. And I met Jenny then. I think one of us slid into each other's DMs.
I always say it's you, but it was actually me because we scrolled back once. And I DM'd Celina, I think when you were hosting a run club.
Oh, yeah, my first run club.
Yeah, and I just started mine. I was like, hello, good luck. Like, it's so fulfilling. And then I think we went for like coffee like a month later.
That's so sick.
But it's so nice because we've grown together. Like every single milestone that we've had has like happened together. Like I know Jenny's been at it for a lot longer than me, but when she took off and when I took off has been like the exact same time. We've really like gone on the journey together.
Yeah.
You know what's really so interesting? You said you like blew up and just got 100K pretty much within a few months.
Yeah.
How was that feeling for you? Because I feel like I'm similar to you, Jen, in the sense that I've only been making content since 2022, and a lot of it was, I think when I left Fellas, I was on, I want to say like late 30s in terms of followers. And I'm like a kind of slow burner in terms of growing following, but my engagement's always stayed pretty good because I don't ever bring in people from a viral video that don't really care about the journey. It's always people that they'll click follow because they're really actually, they give a shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But you sometimes hear of people just getting overnight fame or whatever you want to call it, where they just suddenly get 100K followers from one viral video. And then their following's almost a bit screwed because they don't have that engaged niche of people that are following them for them rather than one viral video. Yeah. Did you have that problem or was it not really like that?
It's actually never been like that and I'm so grateful for that because I would rather have 10K followers and an engaged following than 1 million and be getting no engagement.
Yeah.
Like this job is nothing without the people who follow you. No. I really stand by that. So yeah, that time was crazy. It was a big like adaptation stage because I was still living at home. Like I was living with my parents and I was in the process of moving to London then, like kind of when I was hitting 100K and I was running my first marathon and I was like, I think I'm going to actually combust. Like this is far too much for one person. Yeah. Like but amazing at the same time. But yeah, I never had that.
I feel like so much of fitness social media as well was like, as someone who's followed people for years, was like so intense. When I first started running, I didn't even know I was slow or fast. I got put into this category of like slow runners online. But this slow running thing...
That's probably my fault.
Yeah. It didn't even like, I'm sure it existed, but like it wasn't getting like so much hype. And I feel that's like you one of the people, you know, that like I'm a slow runner and today I'm running X.
That's what I mean, sorry. I feel like probably put you in that category.
So basically you're part of the problem.
I actually am, sorry.
I feel like you literally kicked that off though.
That's really cool.
So, I don't know, because when I started there was Emily. Yeah. Runs with Emily.
Oh yeah, Emily. I'm doing London Marathon with Emily. Yeah.
She's the
we
best.
love Emily.
I met her at the runner event. No, that's a lie. I met her at my first ever running event.
Was that Brooks?
With you.
Yeah.
It was at the Brooks event. So it was me, you, Emily, Izzy, Harrison, who's now massive as well.
Nice as well.
And it's crazy. Harrison, I think, had like 2K Instagram followers at the time. I can't remember what yours was. I imagine it was.
I don't know.
Yeah, big. But it was so funny looking back. That was our team. And now everyone's like doing that as a job.
We ran together. Me, Harrison, who runs like a 2:30 marathon. I remember running through London like.
He's a quick lad, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Starting content. So you obviously you kind of blew up pretty fast in the first few months. Were you living in Ireland at this time?
Yes, I moved to London in April 2024.
Okay.
2024, I think. Yeah, so I was still at home.
Were you in the countryside or city?
Countryside.
Yeah, so
I'm really close to Dublin.
That was weird for them, people in your local area, because it's always like, I always find that people say when they're from a small town, someone gets famous. I think Liz was saying this. She was from a small like northern town, and like people would just be like, "Oh, there she is, filming her content again." It's almost just
it's embarrassing, but I just embrace.
You've got to embrace.
You
the
actually
cringe.
just have to embrace the cringe. I didn't really ever have people saying it to me. I think I kind of leaned more towards people never actually said anything to me than people pointing it out, you know, the way. Yeah. With people, you know, they just kind of don't address the fact that it's happening.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was fine. But I was still living, and then I moved to London in April 2024 right after the marathon.
Okay.
So nearly 2 years.
Oh,
in
mad.
London. Yeah.
She said she was going to do a year as well. She's like, I'm only coming for 1 year.
That was like a coping mechanism.
How much longer have you guys got left here?
In London? I think I'm set.
Really?
Yeah, I genuinely can't see myself like I'm 33 this year, and I just can't see myself like, I love the city, I love the chaos. I don't really have a lot of ambition to get married and have kids. I think I'll just stay in the city and just live here.
Yeah.
You want to go back, don't you?
I adore London. Like, I love it so much, but I also love home. So it's that internal battle of where, I just don't know what to do yet.
Yeah.
I'll definitely be going home at some point.
The issue for you is your home is so much further. That's the hard part.
In saying that, though, it's so cheap to go home. And takes, I'm like door to door 5 hours.
Okay.
It's 5-6 hours.
Yeah.
It's really not that bad.
That's fine.
That's fine.
Like, there's some trains that would be the same, probably up to what? Manchester?
Yeah. Are you from Warrington?
Warrington, yeah. Do you know it?
Well, no, yeah, of course. But like, I've never been there.
It's a lovely place. You know, we got voted the least cultural place in the UK.
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Fair enough.
I know, it's good, right? But yeah, no, from Warrington. But I moved to London like 8 years ago, 9 years ago, when I was like 24.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
I think, yeah. So I've lived here for a while now.
That's
There's
crazy.
nothing going on in Warrington.
How do you find that going home for Christmas thing? Because obviously, like, when you come from a small town, everyone's so different to when you live in London. Do you ever have any scraps with people over things? Do you know what I mean? You always see videos of people saying, "Oh, I went back to my hometown for Christmas. This is what I heard."
I feel like, I don't know, I literally go back, see my parents, and don't really like see like one friend and then kind of come back. I don't really like.
Yeah, you don't stay for long, do you?
I never really stay for long. And stuff, but like I was first making content when I was in Warrington. I got absolutely annihilated for it constantly at work and stuff, but I left Warrington once, like went for a few years to do like the whole backpacking thing in Australia, come back and like nothing changes. Like everything is just like, everyone's still talking about like the same guy, the same situation and the same job. There's nothing wrong with that, but I was like, I want to live in a city.
I get you, but part of me sometimes is like when I go back, so I'm going to use Bournemouth as the analogy, because that's very much like, even though it's not where I grew up, went to uni there, it's where Izzy's family are from, like not far from my hometown, like it's where we look to settle in the future. I look at it and I go back home, and whether it's her brother or, you know, her dad or whatever, everyone's so content with just like, just not I much.
Love it though.
Not saying not much as in they've got amazing lives, that's not what I'm saying. They're content with a slower way of living. And I think that's so refreshing to sometimes see.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love going home and experiencing that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think
people
I would
who
really
stay
struggle.
in a small, as in same, but I like seeing it. It's
I'm exactly the same. I know for a fact I always need to be able to come back to London, and my work will always, even if I moved out of London, I'll still be here 2-3 days a week, 2 days a week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think it's nice to be so content to just stay somewhere forever. That's a really nice.
100%. I would struggle so much. I think
Different
living in
strokes for
a
different folks.
small town. I mean, maybe one day. Well,
You'll be back. You'll settle down.
I'll be back, settle down in Warrington. You never know.
I'll come visit.
But I like watching, like you mentioned, Liz. Like I like watching her videos, and her voice like comforts me because she's northern.
Yeah,
and I like watching her.
I reckon
north.
that's the case for a lot of people, because you actually don't hear too many northern content creators.
We're all in Battersea Park.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Barless and Alistair.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Both of them just absolutely just flying. It's
God.
unreal.
Fair play
Like,
to
Liz has been at
Yeah.
it for so long.
Yeah.
I know.
And then all of a sudden just...
Yeah. Well,
I mean, she was doing well before.
Yeah, massive before. But like I remember we did Chicago, and I think, I could be wrong, I think she was 130k when we did Chicago in when was that? October?
Yeah.
I'm like
No,
250 now.
250.
Crazy.
I check it like once a week. I'm like, how's Liz doing?
Yeah. You know what?
Like, I love her success. I'm just like, need to
this
check.
is what I'm saying. I think you put a story up earlier saying if you're putting people down for your own satisfaction, like you're a sad individual.
Yeah.
I absolutely love seeing other content creators do well.
Yeah.
Like, obviously everyone compares themselves, fine.
Yeah.
But I absolutely love nothing more than seeing someone, like let's take Hugo for example, when we first started started chatting, I had him on my pod when he was on like 12k followers, I think. And like every month it's just been building and building and building. And it's so refreshing to see someone put the hard work in and get the results.
Yeah,
and that's
100%.
sick to see.
Can I just say shout out to Hugo? I don't think he knows who I am, but I love Hugo.
We love Hugo.
Bear in mind, I don't follow any speedy people, not because I appreciate the grind, don't get me wrong, but like it's just not my type of content, seeing people run laps.
Yeah.
But it's not mine as well. Like I actually don't enjoy watching all the hustle.
It's not for me. But Hugo, he just makes it fun.
Yeah, he's funny.
Exactly, yeah, he just shows himself.
I find it motivating though, like watching like this and like people like Hugo like have this like big growth, because I do think for anyone it can just
happen.
It can just
100%.
happen at any point. Like as long as you're consistent, it's like someone said to me once, you only really fail if you stop. As long as you're consistent at any point, it can happen. Yeah.
As long as you're genuine with it as well. I think.
100%.
You know, when you can see through when someone's
names.
No, I cannot. I was going to bring this up later in the thing. I can't stand this new obsession with just like farming engagement. I think,
and you can
honestly,
see, as a creator, you can see
hot take here
through it.
Trial Reels has ruined Instagram.
You know, when you're on the thing and it's like, hi, I'm trying to hit 10K by the end of month, you're like, ruined.
I cannot stand it.
I'm surprised they haven't stopped Trial Reels yet.
Same, but I understand why they do it. As a platform, it is just a machine. It's an algorithm like learner. It's a way to learn about what you're interested in without actually, almost kind of having too much public content. It is all public, don't get me wrong. I think I've made about, let me have a look.
It's like those 3-second videos and people, I think people don't like, you'll do so much better by just being yourself. Those 3-second videos and people are like, 3 ways, I don't know, let's just to get faster, read the caption. It's like, no one's going to be engaged with you.
But also trying to, like, if people are trying to get 10K by the end of the month, what are people buying into? You're not going to get that engagement. The engagements,
No, it is so true.
I like the concept behind it if you're actually using Trial Reels to trial something.
So I did it. So this is what I've used it for, okay? I used it for my... so Izzy was training for another race. So I reposted me pacing her to a half marathon PB video at the same time, because I knew the fact that it would probably reach the people that were invested in that journey and show that what she did before. So I did that. I did a podcast clip once, which ended up doing really well, and then reposted when my running content started performing. I reposted my sub-4 first marathon video, and just to see if people could then see that as a start of the journey sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then the other times I've just used it to experiment with hooks.
Yeah,
that's it.
No, but that's what Trial Reels is for. I use Trial Reels for that too.
Yeah.
But it's when people are using it just to get followers. Yeah. It's like it's ruining the
Yeah. Sometimes when I scroll, it's like there was so much of it in December. People like asking people to follow them.
Like, what are we following you for? What are we following you for?
I need to hit this number by the new year. But honestly, people would just gain so much more by just being themselves.
Yeah, 100%. I think if you're someone watching this podcast, listening to this podcast, and you're wanting to make content, I think, look, you can think, what's he saying? Like, he's not got millions of followers or whatever. But ultimately,
it's not about that.
You're still doing it as a job.
That. It's about creating a community that want to see where you're at. And you're not going to get that by just churning out these 5-second videos with text on screen just to try an engagement bait. Like, it just doesn't work. You're not going to succeed, and people aren't going to learn about you. Best thing you can do is just pick up the camera, make a really badly edited CapCut vlog of your day, whether it's a bit of training, and then that way you show far more personality than you would doing some stupid trial reel.
Or tell a story, or bring people on a journey.
Yeah.
I think they're two of the best things. Like, that's what I did. I brought people on the journey from nothing to marathon.
100%.
Brought them on every single step of that journey.
Yeah.
It's just the way to go, I think, in this era of social media.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like that's with mine as well. I just feel people have watched the marathon, they've watched a terrible marathon, and then so on. Yeah.
That's the thing that really wound me up about the whole Not My Day thing over like earlier this year, when it was that whole Berlin Marathon when people just shat the bed and they kept saying not my day.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, right. Firstly, if you look at it, it was hot. It was not a lot of people's day. But also, what are you doing it for? You're doing it for yourself.
Yeah.
So why are you then, as a result, you can be disappointed with a goal. This is not me saying you can't be disappointed with a goal. But what you can be like reflective on is the why. And I think there were so many people putting out this narrative, which then as a result has an effect on viewers going, oh, well, he was disappointed with getting this time, so I'm going to be disappointed with getting that time because I'm a similar level to him.
Yeah.
I will say that it's easy for us here in our like highest versions of ourselves to say this, but there are many days where I'm like so invested in the stupid side of social media. Like, you'll have to tell me to touch grass, I'll have to tell you to touch grass.
Fair.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
just like online
spiraling
drama
over
and stuff like that.
More so like worried about things that don't really matter.
Yeah, I think the time
when
thing.
It's your job.
Yeah, I think the time thing online. I feel like sometimes I open it and like I feel like everyone's just gone a bit like mad. I feel like I don't know what the right way to say this is, but I feel like when people are literally losing their minds over like a time goal, it's like it's really not. We're not professional athletes.
Yeah.
And we're also like influencing running to people with like 9 to 5s, you know, and stuff like that. So
to mums,
to different people. Like I do feel like it's okay to have a time goal. Like honestly, it took me like 2 years to take off 8 minutes from my marathon. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And stuff. And I feel like people have come on that journey, but I do feel like people have lost their heads a bit with time.
I absolutely, because obviously I do a time goal every race I go into.
We do too though.
But yeah, of course, exactly. But I think time goals are really healthy because you need to target towards something. What I'm saying is unhealthy is the fact when people model their own expectation of themselves based off someone that doesn't necessarily translate the full journey to their audience. And therefore, when they don't get their time, they're disappointed with it. And that almost perpetuates and sends a signal through to younger viewers or people that are on a similar journey to think what is acceptable and what you should be proud of. Without them realizing that they're doing it, it does do that.
I think it's the way that they choose to communicate it. Because as you said, you're allowed to be disappointed if you don't hit something. Yeah. But don't be saying like, it's like, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, like ultimately...
You'll go to another marathon next month.
You'll do it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
When I actually thought I would get a lot more stick than I did. I think I only got one person because obviously I've set a London Marathon time goal of 3 hours, sub 3 hours. My thinking with this, as I've said, was like shoot for the moon, land among the stars. Like if I'm like way off it, like let's say a month out, and I go, that's looking unlikely. I'm still going to go for it, but I'm just probably going to, maybe fall on a time that I'd still be proud of. Do you know what I mean? So it's important to set yourself that carrot to chase. But I also think at the same time, it's like have that honesty with your audience and be like, if it fails, it fails. Like, who cares? I'm not a professional. I'm someone just chasing something a bit stupid, and I'll see if I can do it. But
also, we're a tiny part of our viewers' day. They're not. They don't care. As in, they love to see us win. They love to see us hit our goals, but it's not embarrassing if you don't hit it.
No, I can't lie though. Like
nobody cares, bar you.
But like ourselves, like in Sydney though, I was like when I was going for sub 5 again. I'd already attempted twice and failed, and there was a bit of me in Sydney that I was like, I'm not going to get it, and I was like, and there was a tiny bit in my brain that was like, oh, the trolls are going to be on me because they literally came for me after New York, obviously, and stuff. And there was a tiny bit in my brain that was just like, thinking of that like 1% of people that are just gonna like come for me and say that I'm a knobhead.
To be fair, I had the exact same thing in Paris because I'd set myself a public goal of sub 3:30, but I was still at the Fellas at this time. And like at the Fellas, there was like a lot of people that were fans of my content, but there were also a lot of people that really did not like me. Yeah, and they came with a lot of like, it's the loud minority sort of thing. Let's say 60% of the people not asked about me won't say anything. Let's say 20% people, 30% of people were like, yeah, he's sound, and publicly will say that. Yeah. Then you got that 10% of really loud trolls that will be like, fuck this guy, who does he think he is? I was so worried about not getting my goal because of those people. Yeah. And I gave myself a check, and I was like, wait, why am I asked about some geezer with no profile picture saying, oh, unlucky mate, you didn't get your, or like sarcastically like sending me a horrible message? Like, why would I care?
It's very human though to focus on the negatives. Yeah. It's very human. It's like, I'm so sensitive as well. So no one send me hate.
No one hate us, right? But it's like, I think even after New York, I kind of went like, I don't even know if I should say this on a podcast, but I kind of went like looking for like troll comments.
Yeah, oh my God, you did, Jenny.
I got annihilated on like
off the
Tattle and everything.
I want to talk about this because
app, Jenny.
I wouldn't personally go looking for something that I know is going to have no positive on me, but I know loads of people do.
Yeah, it's really weird, and I don't even know. I literally don't know why I did it. Because I remember once I was searching for an article online, and I was searching like my name, my run club's name. Okay. And I came across like Tattle, and I was like, oh, what's this? Clicked onto it, and it was just like, oh my God, just like comments just that are just not very nice about me. And I always used to go back and check, and I would like, if I would announce a marathon, this is like, it's so toxic and I don't know why I do it. I'd go on Tattle and see what they were saying about me.
It's crazy how those people think it's like an echo chamber that none of us would see it, because if they wanted us to see it, they would just say it on our...
Yeah.
Or is it that they're anonymous on Tattle?
Yeah, they'll be anonymous.
Is that why?
They'll be anonymous.
So that's why they wouldn't send it directly.
There was one person that always used to really come for me with like a Kermit the Frog profile picture, and they were every time I did something, they were like on there. Yeah. And after New York, I was like, I'm going to be getting. There was so many nice comments in my post, and I was like, I'm going to be getting trolled. Let's see what they're saying.
Yeah. I'm hoping that like it's one of these things where if you just don't give it attention, then eventually these people will get bored. But I think actually there's an element to it that they think they're doing nothing wrong. I do think there is an element to that. They're not trying to do it to be hurtful to you. I think they're just thinking they're speaking to their friends and they actually, they have repulsive opinions, but they actually don't think they're doing anything
It depends how they're saying it. There were some towards Jenny that were like...
They were like talking
every
about
name
the way,
under the sun.
Yeah, like honestly.
So bad. But yeah, if you just need somewhere to vocalize things.
Can you share some highlights?
Well, there was one. So basically, I think when I got sponsored by Lululemon, they were like, see, Jennyfit's now been sponsored by Lululemon. It's a shame they've not sent her like a sports bra yet, because they would really talk about the way my boobs moved
take
on
pictures and stuff. Like they would screenshot the.
Yeah,
that's not that's not even a bad one, by the way.
And they'd be like, she's literally a deluded clown, and like it was just like relentless. They were, as a woman, I would never go to a run club called that, like and stuff. But they really used to talk about.
You know what? There's actually some. There's obviously some nasty blokes in the world, but there's some really nasty mums as well.
Oh, you can tell that they're
really fucking horrible middle-aged women.
You can see. Oh my god! One time, so basically at New York, I knew I was going to have a bad day going into it, and I went with Runner, so I got offered a media spot.
Yeah.
And we were going to start together, and I called her and I said, I've been offered a media spot. They're letting me go in the first wave.
And I was like, go. Obviously, go.
Yeah, like,
so you did the Matt James thing. Or
Matt James?
No, not that.
Not the.
I didn't go before the elites. No,
not the Utah girls.
I just went in the very first, the first wave, basically, of runners, which I ran like the first 12K of New York on my own. It was interesting, but like they came for that. They were like, "She's a terrible friend to Selena."
Yeah,
and,
I put up a story. Yeah, they didn't like that at all, Jenny. I put up a story being like, "Oh God, I'm so happy for her, but it's a bit sad for me or whatever, but I'm so happy for her. I told her to go, and they were like, poor Selena.
Poor Selena.
I was like, they love me on channel.
Nuance does not exist online.
I was like, I told her to go, because you called me. You were like, are you sure you're fine? Like, are you sure you don't mind? I was like, Jenny, opportunity of a lifetime, go.
Along the line of races, what's up next?
Who's going first?
I actually know Selena can start because you started last time.
That's fast.
Thanks, guys. I have Birch to Burge in Dubai.
Okay.
Next month.
Is that half?
A half, yeah. And then Barcelona half.
Yeah.
With Jenny.
Nice, I'm doing that as well.
You're doing that. Oh, all three?
With Runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you there. And then I haven't announced it yet. See, I was like, it's just like,
this will be out. You might have announced it by the time this goes out. This goes out next Thursday.
I'll just say it. Who cares?
All right.
I don't take myself that seriously, honestly. Cape Town Marathon in May.
Sick. With Runner?
With Sports Tours. And then, just Sports Tours, yeah. And then Chicago Marathon in October with Runner.
Sick. Amazing.
It's a lot of racing.
Unreal. Chicago is such a good experience.
Oh yeah, you did it.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah. Really cool race.
Excited.
Although it's one of them ones where I feel like I didn't really take much in because I was just in a hole the entire time. Do you know what I mean? But it was really cool.
I remember seeing a video of you, to be fair, like in a hole. It happens though.
Yeah.
But I will not do this time. I will not be in a hole come London at all.
Sub 3.
It's not been a good start though, guys. I need to admit.
What's happened?
Right, so I probably would have already put this out on socials by the time people are seeing this, but I feel like I owe an explanation what's happened.
Yeah,
basically,
you do.
I put out on Sunday, what was Sunday? The 4th of January, that I was starting my London Marathon block, aiming for sub 3, 16-week plan.
Yeah.
I'd just come back from my long run, 20k easy, very, very nice and easy. But during the run, I was starting to get the old knee pain.
Oh no.
The right knee. And I was like, never had this before.
No.
Anyway,
Yeah.
literally just would not, it was persisting, so stopped. Done 20k, and I was like, this feels IT bandy. Never had an IT band issue in my life. So gave it the rest of the day after. I went to see Luke at Running Room on Tuesday morning, and he was like, yeah, I think it's a little bit of ITBS, whatever it's called. IT band syndrome.
Because you posted about the gym, right?
in terms of things to do when you run lots, this is probably like bottom of the list. I hadn't gymmed since September.
Yeah.
And I was building up my mileage in December, stopped really over Christmas, kept it quite low, then come back, got ill, then came back into running, and then bang, it happened. And it just caught me off guard. So this week I've just sort of been rebuilding. Luckily now I've run twice on treadmill with no pain.
And it's been fine.
It's been fine. Doing knee strength or just leg strengthening around it and all of that jazz. And then hopefully by next week I can start my plan.
20k is long enough to be doing already, no?
No.
Go for sub 3.
Fair.
Yeah, I've got to run a lot.
Do you have to run further to run
Not
faster?
further. I think my longest will be 36.
Okay.
Okay.
But it will
But
be
do you have to run, sorry, do you have to run more?
Yeah.
Are your weeks chunkier?
My plan's 1,000k. 1,000.
Wow.
1,000 kilometers.
That's crazy.
That's all I did. No, I did 700k last year.
Really?
That's still good though.
That's still a lot.
Oh, yes.
But yeah, 1,000 kilometers in 15 weeks.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But yeah, anyone listening to this, go to the gym.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
It literally destroyed me not going for a little bit. Like that's all my injuries literally crop up. As soon as I start going to the gym, I'm like, I'm fucked. Yeah, I stopped as well. Like last year after Sydney, I was like, whatever and stuff. And then I was running like so fast constantly. And in December, I was like, I need to take a few weeks off running because I'm just absolutely cooked.
Yeah. So hopefully by the time you're listening to this, I would be like starting my plan. But the remainder of the prescription from the physio was I've got to do 2 40-minute easies over the weekend. And then if I feel pain-free of those outside of a treadmill, then kind of should be okay.
What's the difference between treadmill and...
Just kind of less impact. And you can also up the incline, which like takes pressure off the IT band apparently, which is really good to know.
Yeah.
You've got this.
It's learning about stuff as well, isn't it? That's the brilliant thing about it.
Yeah. I trust the running room as well.
Yeah. No, he's great, Luke. When you guys obviously started making content, I haven't asked what races you're doing. Sorry.
So I'm training for. I haven't announced it yet either. So these announcement videos. But I'm training for a 100k ultra on May 23rd.
You know.
Yes. She's doubting me.
I'm gonna be your therapist for the next 5 months.
So I wanted
Why?
That's
my point.
So this crazy. Like the first race I did was a 50, which is again crazy. I went from like beginner to a 50k, which again don't really recommend. But on the day, the whole race was 100, so I did like half of it. And ever since, I've just been like fascinated by 100k. I actually signed up to run one last year, and it was in the same period that I was like quitting my job and stuff, and I was just too stressed. So I actually started training for it before, and was like, it's not the right time, stopped. And the thought of like going and doing another marathon and getting a faster time just doesn't like, you know, like you've got stuff that like lights a fire in your belly. I know that sounds a bit cheesy. Like running another marathon and getting a faster time just doesn't do that for me. But like doing an ultra that like running 100k scares the living daylight out of me. And I don't even know if I'll be able to do it. I think that's what is so fascinating to me. But I'm doing London with Runners and Stunners.
Yeah, sick. Because both your run clubs have community spots, don't they?
Yeah.
That's so sick.
So I remember
cool.
I literally was walking when I got the email and I was like,
yeah.
I feel like
so cool.
There's pillars of success in like the community. Like it's our echo chamber, Don't get me wrong, it's not like grander success, but in the like run club community, to be offered community spaces for your runners to do races is probably the biggest kind of like nod to you guys are doing really well. And you guys are building something really cool.
I think the London Marathon events really appreciate like diversity, and also I think run clubs doing things differently, and obviously both of ours are kind of targeted more at the slower paces. So I think they really appreciate that.
Yeah, and I think it's like horses for courses, isn't it? You know, there's a gap for everything, you know?
Absolutely, yeah.
And it's important there's a space for everyone and everything, really, particularly in running. Because, you know, everyone that's able-bodied that wants to move, like, doesn't matter what ability you are, you know, there should be a safe space for you. I feel like you guys would be interesting to hear your thoughts on this. Run clubs have evolved so much over time. And I just think back to where they were when 2022, 2023, when people started going to them and they became like quote unquote cool and popular. it kind of, looking back, I was like, it's all a bit mental, that, like what people were doing and the vibe that things were giving off. Do you not agree?
Yeah, like the way it's progressed. Because I started off by going to pure sport.
Did you?
Yeah, I went quite a bit, to be fair. Couldn't keep up for the life of me, like literally. And that's where the idea kind of come from, because I was like, what's wrong with me and stuff. But I didn't really know of too many other run clubs either. I knew pure sport. I'd go there on a Wednesday and like try my best and stuff. But I think the way it's taken off over like the past couple of years has been, and I feel like we kind of like got in there just before like the really big hype as well, which is obviously hard work, but an element of luck as to why both of ours have done quite well, I would say.
So,
yeah, 100%.
I personally have a strong belief about the whole luck thing.
Yeah.
It's like luck doesn't just happen. Like luck is made, manufactured. It's putting yourself in the correct positions to find that luck. I don't think anyone really ever gets this silver spoon of, there is things like, nepotism and stuff like that can help aid certain situations and luck. But ultimately, you guys are the ones that found that space. You guys both thought of this whole, right, there's no communities for slower runners, and then as a result, bang, they took off. But that luck was made by you thinking of the niche, if that makes sense.
It's funny, like mine was created, like I'd be the first person to say I'm not a natural at being a run club leader. Like I actually find it very, very hard, like very hard.
People don't think about that. The whole addressing everyone at the start is terrifying.
So scary still to this day.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that to say that, like I get nervous before. I was saying to Jenny, like I'd be more nervous to go to run club than to come do something like this. Like I don't know what it is. Addressing a full group of people, that are terrifying.
Because it's something that you've made.
And also you're looking at them and you're like, I think at the start of run club, people are there to try and make friends and stuff. They're a little bit uncomfortable and you're trying to be the person to warm up the group. And it's like, oh my God, it's just really hard.
Yeah. I've come with, because I don't know what sort of distances you guys do, but with our one, I think our run club's quite different in the sense that in terms of what we offer just the kind of, the sort of standard, I would say, very kind of, I'm trying to say this correctly because I don't want to.
Like 6:30?
We offer, our run club, it offers 6:30 pace and a 6 pace for a 5K. So we're not offering anything really fast. We're not offering anything slower. We're offering kind of down the middle sort of, I guess, experience people, and the people we get coming along, we still get such a mixed bag. Like we have people that are very new to running and some people that run like 2:45s, but they love just coming along for the social aspect. And I think that's what's special about it, is if you find your correct community, like there was no other people doing what we do in East London, and that's why we did it. And Izzy didn't want to go to a run club with me. She hated the idea of it, and it's sort of bringing that kind of whole couple owned, that sort of like wholesome vibe.
No, I think
it's good to have.
Yours is doing really well.
Yeah, it's good. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. It's been a really fun like few months since we moved to a new cafe, and we've obviously been going for a year now.
Good.
It's wicked.
Wow, a year. Yeah. That's mad.
And it's our friend's cafe, so it's all quite circulative. It helps, it's all very beneficial.
My run club, you know how you were saying you find the niche and everything, and it was up to us to find the niche. Mine was started out of people asking me, can they run with me? Because they were finally seeing like my pace online. As I was saying, like I'm not a natural at what I do in terms of run club. So there were so many people asking, can I just go for a run with you? I'm training for the London Marathon as well. And I was like, oh God, like there's so many people asking, I could do something with this. And I was putting back run club for ages. Like, no, that's not me. That's not me. So it was really like a natural gap in the market, I think.
Yeah.
Like I didn't even think, I want to start something. It really grew quite naturally.
Yeah.
Which I think is nice. Yours similar, isn't it?
We did a long run. My first Runners and Stunners, I ran 8K. I mean, not 8K, sorry, 20K with 8 girls.
Wow.
Jesus.
Yeah, no, I was just like training for the ultra, and I literally just wanted to run with people. So I was like, well, let's do a long run together. We ran 20K down the Thames, and then I just kept on doing it. Basically, it just kind of evolved into what it is.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think a big reason as to why certain run clubs succeed and others don't. Obviously, if you stick with something, it will grow.
Yeah.
But I think the main attitude, which you guys both went in with, and Izzy and I have gone in with, is we want people that come along to don't have that cliquey feeling that they do. Because like I've been to run clubs where I'm like, everyone's mates here and I know nobody.
It's horrible.
So if I don't go with a friend, I'm actually fucked, because I'm I would say I'm an introverted. Is this the correct phrase? You guys might know the best.
Introverted, extrovert.
Where I'm like very naturally introverted and happy in my own company.
Me too.
And if I'm comfortable with the people in the room, I'll be extroverted. But if I'm not, I'm very insular.
I'm the exact same as you.
Yeah.
Like I could easily go somewhere and not talk to a single person if I feel uncomfortable. Like I'd rather just be like...
But if I'm in a group setting and I'm with Izzy and I know Izzy's just like introverted.
Yeah.
She's actually quite similar to me, but when it's the two of us and we're in a new setting, I will be like, right, I'm going to sort of lead conversation because I know sometimes that she feels more uncomfortable initiating. So I will do it sometimes to help her in a social situation.
It's nice you have each other as well in that situation.
Yeah, 100%. Like we have a lot of ambassadors, and something I like say to them, we've got 25 ambassadors now in London that help me out with the runs. Like I'll literally say to them, like at the start of Run Club, like there's going to be girls stood on their own, like look out for those people and just go and say hi, because I'm really extrovert. I feel like I could go anywhere and talk talk to anyone. But like some people, like even showing up to a run club on their own will be like huge for them.
I had a girl recently who came to my run club and she was standing alone, and I went up to her and I was like, how are you and stuff, and she was like, I just feel really awkward, and I was like, yeah. She just didn't want to talk. She didn't want to make that first move. So I was like chatting to her and she's like, I came before and I just couldn't find it in me to talk to anyone, so I left. And I was like,
oh, that's so sad.
No, but as in going to something like a run club, even for people like us who are in the space, could be really scary. So I can only imagine someone who's like really trying to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
Like you really have to look out for those people who you can see are really trying to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
But it's hard for them.
Yeah,
so
you've got to.
We both say to our ambassadors as well, like,
that's
please
really nice.
just, yeah.
How many ambassadors have you guys got now?
So I've got, in the UK, I've got 53 because we're in Bristol and Manchester.
53 ambassadors?
Yeah.
My word.
Because that's
a conglomerate.
We've expanded.
Crazy.
Expanded to Bristol and Manchester as well. So I've got 53, 25 in London, as that's like, predominantly where the community is. But yeah, so I've got 53 across the UK. Because you're in Dublin as well.
Yeah, I think I have maybe like 14 in London. Need to get some more in both though. And then Dublin, I think we have like 10.
Okay. Wow.
But need to get some more because you're always going to have people.
We've only got 4. So, but the most we've ever had to a run club was actually in Australia, but in London about 65, I reckon.
That's so good, to be fair.
Yeah, it is really good. We're really happy with it. But it's just growing, isn't it?
It's crazy. When we both started our run clubs, like the turnouts would be like what? 200?
No, we've both had more than that, I reckon.
What? I've had 300 at one.
Yeah, we've had.
But that was back in.
Can I ask genuinely, like, because obviously this is something I do want to pick your brains about, like off podcast as well. Because Izzy and we haven't really been introduced. Like, I feel like you guys are really in like a network of run club
leaders,
founders and leaders. It'd be great for us to kind of join those communities because we need to learn more about. Like, I'm first aid trained.
Yeah,
but I know for a fact if someone was having a problem, obviously I would want to give it to an actual professional. But I don't know, how do you guys go about sort of making sure that your ambassadors are the right people? Because our ambassadors, we've only picked a small amount because we trust them wholeheartedly. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I have calls with them all. So I'll typically go for people that like when people email me asking to volunteer at the run club, I'll tend to go for people that I see every weekend anyway.
Exactly.
So they know how it works. Yeah. And I think you can have a call with sometimes people and you think maybe it's not the right fit. But I think if they're showing up every weekend, they're showing signs that like they just love community and they can bring people together. I do feel to be an ambassador, you do need to be a little bit extrovert to go up to people at the start of runs and stuff
100%.
like that, and also to be able to use your voice. Like if you're leading 200 people through central London, you're going to need at least 10 people in that group, like making sure people don't run into roads. Like there's actually so much to think about, like making sure they don't overtake the front paces so the group doesn't go. I remember when I first started, one of the first big runs was like 150 of us, and it's like people are just running past me, and
Crazy.
You need to be able to like control the group. It's actually like a safety thing, especially in London as well. We've done some first aid training with some of our ambassadors, like B puts on some first aid training and stuff. So, and making sure some of them have qualifications like CPR trained, first aid and stuff like that, basically. People don't realise that there is a lot that goes into run clubs. You don't just, say, oh, we're meeting at this cafe. Like there's actually a lot of organisation. Like if you're taking 60 people on a run, it's like making sure everyone's safe and included and
safe and happy. It's actually it's a hard task.
Yeah.
You know what the best feeling ever is, and we will move on because this is very just beneficial to us, this chat. But like when you're leading a run club and you hear nothing but this just like
chatter
noise in behind you of people talking, and it's so sick because it's not like you hear the footsteps, you don't hear people just running, you hear people having conversations with new people, with people that they meet every week that they've become their friends. Like people have made genuine friendships on our run club, and it's just so lovely to see.
So nice.
I also think with the run clubs as well, you can't fake the success. It's like people will just not come.
Yeah.
Like they will literally not come. They'll unfollow and not come. So it's like if they're coming, they're enjoying. And sometimes I think I have to remind myself of that.
100%.
You get very in your own head, like, is everything okay? Like, is everyone happy? And it's like, they wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
I feel like in central London too, you can almost be like a tourist attraction. Like people wave and like people start like, I'll say like runners and stunners, we're like woo girls. Like,
oh yeah, fucking
so like people run past us and everyone's like, woo. And like, I just think
go
it's so
girls.
funny. Yeah.
It's like, oh, shut up, man. Like, imagine a group of blokes. Oh, I think
that's a whole other topic, but yeah.
There does tend to be like this. One of my biggest pet hates is when people go, well done, you're almost there. When you're on a run club, it's like
you also don't know.
Choice. Fuck off.
Yeah.
You know what I quite enjoy though? Like I know it's like it's literally basic banter, but you know when you're like 1K into a race and people are shouting it, I do find it quite funny.
Yeah.
You know, like 1K into the London Marathon, someone stood with a sign like you're almost there. Like you've someone's chosen to wake up that day.
I know, and
make that sign and stand there. And
they probably thought that they would be way further in, but they're like, I've made the sign now. I'm at 1K.
No, it is good. So apart from the ultra, have you got anything else lined up in the year? Or I say apart from the ultra as if it's nothing. That's not what I mean. That's more mean. Have you got any other plans for the year?
Yeah, so in terms of races.
Yeah, or just any fun events, whether it's with Run Club or whatever.
Yeah, so we are doing a Runners and Stunners race.
Nice.
So we're doing a chipped race in March, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah.
And stuff. Obviously got to sell quite a lot of tickets to that, which is scary.
Have you got obviously your niche is slower runners. Have you got like you can't have someone who runs a 15-minute 5K rock up? This
is what I was thinking, but I think obviously we're going to put it out to the community of runners and stunners. It's going to be like a female-only race, and I guess like anyone can come, but I think as well, I don't know if people who ran a 15-minute 5K would rock up to a runners and stunners
I
race.
Sometimes see people and it's like, well done, mate. Why have you come to win this race? What are you doing?
You should probably have a question of like, what's your 5K time?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, like, because obviously I want to make sure that the slower runners are accounted for, because you see a lot of stuff online that's like, this race wasn't inclusive, not inclusive, and you know, I had to really think to myself over the past month, but what makes it inclusive? I feel like I need to go to Battersea Park and walk 4 laps to know what the time is. So it's like, that's the cut-off time. Do you know what I mean? And stuff. But I do think, it's a tricky one, but we might get some 15-minute 5Kers show up and good for them, I guess. Yeah.
And because it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts on this. There's so many little tangents and stuff that we could go down.
Yeah.
But, like, you can't legally say women only, can you?
I asked, so we're basically getting the infrastructure through Run Through, and I asked them this question, and they said, because I said, is it legal? Because I saw loads of stuff after the Nike After Dark.
Exactly why I bring it up. Yeah.
And because on Nike After Dark, it was like, it's a female empowered race, but men can obviously still sign up. That's what was on their website.
Which, but by the way,
are they
so
signing up?
fucking weird if you decide to go along to that as a man to run it. Like,
if you're with your girlfriend, that's like the only.
I think if you're
only,
but they can cheer on the side. So my thing is,
just cheer.
Bring your husband, bring your boyfriends to Battersea Park, like, you know what I mean. But I asked them, and they said that we can say it's women only.
Okay.
So, because I was like, I'm seeing some stuff online around the narrative around that, around what's legal and what's not, and they said that we can.
Okay.
I'm also running Chicago, got a ballot spot.
Oh, nice.
So, and London.
And London.
Oh, right.
She's busy.
Okay, so you are running.
I'm Barcelona half.
I'm Barcelona half.
Fucking hell.
I'm also pacing.
These entitled influencers, eh?
That's a big
With all
year,
their
though,
race
Jenny.
bibs.
It is.
That is a big
It's not
year.
normal, and this is my job. That's what people need to remember, because I'm also pacing a half marathon in Canada.
Yeah, but it's not normal, but no disrespect, you're not normal, so it's fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I think I genuinely is like a fair response. Like, if people ever say, oh, running all this races isn't normal, it's like, yeah, but if it was normal, I wouldn't be here doing this as a job. Do you know what I mean?
It's 1%, isn't it? Top 1%.
Yeah,
Do you think that stat still exists though? Do you think
I don't
it does?
know.
Someone ran the numbers and I think it still does. It's because we're in the echo chamber.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is it. It's like whenever people, it's like when an election happens, they go, "There's no way that party's not winning," and then suddenly they just get absolutely trampled on. It's like, oh, how did they lose that? Well, maybe because that's your opinion, and you hear only.
But even when I think of my school friends back home, like they're not running.
Yeah,
They're not running at all.
Yeah.
I mean, a couple of them might be, but like they're not running marathons. That'll be a crazy idea.
Because every weekend at Run Club, do you ask like, who's come for the? I always say, who's
First
come for your
5K?
first 5K today, or whatever distance we're doing. There's always people that put their hands up. But again, I live in this. Running's my job. I'm around creators.
In London.
I live online. My friends are runners. Like my actual friendship group all do marathons and stuff. So I'm really in this like echo chamber of like, everyone's doing it.
No, but they're not.
Isn't it so interesting as well? Like with your friends being content creators and stuff like.
Yeah.
I find it such a weird kind of like shift of mindset where you end up having almost colleagues. Do you know what I mean? Like people that you've become friends with through content that essentially behave the way that your colleagues would when you're at work, and you become friends with people at work. So it's almost like you build these friendships with people. Like you guys become amazing mates, but through content. And like that's so special. Do you not think?
I love it.
Yeah.
I feel like Jenny and I are like, without being sappy, like we're beyond we're way beyond that. Like we're actually just really good friends.
Yeah, we actually would. Mate, I've said we're like sisters.
Yeah.
I'm going to really put you on the spot here.
Go on.
Oh no, actually I feel it's too mean.
No, go, say it.
Would Jenny be one of your bridesmaids?
She's already said that to
I
me.
literally asked her, I was like, am I going to be one of your bridesmaids?
The answer was yeah.
And she said yeah.
Because you've been with your boyfriend ages, haven't you?
Yeah, 8 years.
Milkshake man.
8 years. Milkshake man.
She calls him Milkshake man.
Why?
Because I think he had a milkshake one day and she just decided to call him Milkshake man.
I thought he like maybe makes milkshakes as his
That's
job.
not his
He
job.
is a head chef though at a posh restaurant.
Oh.
But he doesn't make milkshakes.
Does he make good food at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What
do
I
you
like
make
to
for
say, last night I made turkey burgers
Okay, that's
and rice.
Oh,
It was
sorry,
trying to call
sorry,
around
it's a
mid.
tangent. For Christmas, I got one of them smash burger presses. I'm so excited to use it. Yeah.
Ooh, you haven't used
Sorry,
it
back
yet.
to your actual talented chef boyfriend.
I like to say that he, like, because people will be like, oh, what does he make you at home? As if he's making like foie gras. Foie gras.
What is foie gras?
How do you say that word? Foie gras.
It tastes amazing, but it's made so badly.
What even is it?
I
It's
don't
like
even
a
know,
torture
honestly.
technique.
Oh.
Is it like caviar?
They basically overfeed a duck till its stomach explodes and then kill
like a
it. and
pate.
then-
Oh, I
thing,
don't
I
like
think.
that.
But no, he just makes the simple
bit
things
too woke.
amazingly well. That's what I like to say.
Yeah. That's really cool. And
Yeah. But she'll be a bridesmaid.
yeah.
I'll be a great bridesmaid as well. We're going to Vegas.
But she has to wear a gown. Can't imagine you in a gown.
No, I'm not really a gown type of gal.
Do you have to wear
I
one?
can't believe I'm getting married this year. That's
Yeah, you are
massive.
this year.
Yeah.
Is it this year?
Yeah,
2026.
June.
Where are you getting married?
Portugal.
Are you
Are we
excited?
invited?
Sorry, I'm
Sorry, where's
moving
the
on.
invite?
I'm actually bridesmaid.
Where's the invite?
Izzy said I could be.
Honestly, I'm buzzing. Yeah, you know what I'm more excited about is the fact that I'm going to have a weekend like with everyone like who's close
Together.
to us.
Yeah.
And you know what's really nice is I've obviously got like my mates who have been through it all. And obviously Izzy and I met at school, so
That's-
like we have
that's rare
school
nowadays.
friends who have been there. Who are going to be at the wedding? Who have been there from literally like the time where I've told them that I like fancy her and stuff.
Oh,
Like, you know, it sounds really,
stop.
Really, really wet. But
Oh.
I feel like it's gonna be one of them weekends where you just look at it and go, everyone's here. It's just like been through it with us, which is sick.
That's really nice, to be fair. Like, I feel like it's rare nowadays as well for people to last from like school.
I feel like people like you can just chop and change so easily in terms of it in life, and I think I don't know, without making it too relationshipy, you've probably found this being with what's your boyfriend called?
Jay.
Milkshake man.
Milkshake man. Well, since being with
Shout
him
out to Milkshake Man.
for 8 years, you're probably like, we've evolved as humans so much.
Oh my God.
And
Oh
you
my
wouldn't,
God.
once you've changed to a certain type of character trait or whatever, therefore no longer find him attractive or like love him, you'd move with each other. And if you can move with each other, then it works.
That's all. Yeah. I think people can grow. Yeah. Grow not in parallel with each other. That's where it goes wrong.
100%.
But we have, because we're both kind of we're in creative fields, both of us. And even when I wasn't, I always had that creative spark.
Yeah. That's
So I
really
was
nice.
like, I feel like we're always going to.
Is he Irish as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. You met 8 years ago. That makes sense. Yeah. I want to just talk briefly about kind of people that are taking on marathons for the first time.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a lot of people that are hopefully finding this podcast, for their marathon prep. And I want us to kind of just go over some of the things you did for your first marathon that you look back on and go, why on earth did I do that? And maybe shed some information for these people that are new to the whole marathon process.
That's a great question. I know we said it before, but I really think the big thing is go to the gym. Like, I had a terrible injury last year that I literally couldn't walk for like 3 weeks. Like, I was literally stuck in my little flat for like 3 weeks from not going to the gym.
You needed to call the ambulance, didn't you?
Was it a stress fracture?
No, I had
I think you did.
I think it's called deep gluteal syndrome or piriformis syndrome, and it's like my left glute was really weak because I was doing too many speed sessions. I was doing 2 speed sessions a week.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Silly. And I was like really trying to send it and be really fast. Got injured from that. And it like shot down my leg. So I couldn't stand on this leg. Something like 3 weeks basically. And that's what flared up again in New York.
Yeah.
So I would say not going to the gym, bad mistake. Like sending it too much. I know it sounds quite basic, doesn't it? But sending it too much on your like speed sessions. And just taking it too. I know it is deep because it's your first marathon. It's probably the biggest thing some people are going to do, but it doesn't have to be. Like, you can have a laugh with your training. Like, go to run clubs, run with your mates.
Yeah.
Like, you can stop on a run. Like it's just not that deep. Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
I
am going to say that I don't think I did anything wrong in my first marathon.
All right, fucking hell.
No, but as in, hadn't finished my sentence. My second and my third marathon is where everything went wrong, because I started to be like, I've done it before, therefore I don't need to bloody train for these two. Like, I'd go out and I just couldn't find the discipline. So I'm trying with this block to refine that discipline.
Yeah, I like it.
So hard to find the discipline. I think with your first marathon, you're like, if I don't do this run today, I will not, like, say a 34K. If I don't do this today, I will not cross the finish line. Like, that's how huge it feels. But once you've done it before, you're like, realistically, I can get over the line again. Don't need to do that 32K. Like, I think for my last marathon, the furthest I went was a half. I was very sick.
Yeah.
To be fair. I do not recommend. You asked, what do I not recommend? That.
But things that work for me, I'm always just like sleep and making sure I'm getting the good stuff into my body.
It is like the most basic thing. If you said, like, how many days are we into the year? 7? I might have eaten healthy, I've drank my water, and I've slept 8 hours, and I feel like invincible.
Yeah.
I know you'll disagree with me on this one, but I feel like first marathon, people should scrap the time goal.
I do agree. No, I do agree. Yeah. I do agree. That's fine. I understand, like, if there's a motive as to why you want a time goal, fine, but don't use it so stringently. I don't think I did a single easy run in my first marathon training. Ooh. How stupid is that?
I feel like, though, with the time thing, if it keeps you accountable.
Yeah.
If you want to run the whole thing and you're like, the only way I know I'm going to do that is if I set myself a time goal, then fine.
I feel like I see so many girls at Run Club like that have really strived for like a certain time, and then they don't get it in their first one. They're almost like, rather than I've just finished my first marathon, it's like, I didn't get 4:30 or something like that. Whereas like it's far. Yeah.
Also, like, different people like different stimulus. I remember Anya, she was saying about you, Jenny, when you guys are running together. I don't know, it's just testing whether you've listened to the podcast, and clearly
I listened.
So
I watched the one with Warnock and Hugo.
Here. No, I'm joking. No, Anya basically said she was out running with you, and she said to you that, oh, you can go faster than this, Jenny, and then you were like, you kind of reacted differently as to how she would react in terms of like going faster. I have the same thing with Izzy. I'm like, go on, you can do this. Just put yourself in the bin.
Yeah.
She just doesn't have that. She just doesn't have it.
No.
She does, but doesn't. It's a different bin. Do you know what I mean?
And because Anya paced me for my intervals, and I was literally just talking because I can't shut my mouth. I was literally just talking the whole way, and she's like, "You're talking like you can work harder," and I was like, "I don't want to."
People are always in my
fair.
Yeah.
There'll be men in my comments being like, "You're holding a phone and speaking to the phone, and you're saying you're dying."
And it's making me money.
No, but I'm like, yeah, but it feels really hard. I don't want to push anymore.
Yeah, fair enough.
Do you know what I mean?
Fair enough.
Yeah, but I think it's interesting because people do have this. Like when I got my PB in Sydney, some people were like, "You had more," and I was like,
"I think you did too."
I kind of think I maybe
you felt
did.
good after.
I felt like I could have carried on after the marathon. it was hilly and I was very worried about that. But the way the hills went up, they immediately go back down. You know, like in a different one, you might run up a hill and it goes flat. You run up a hill in Sydney and you're straight back down it.
Yeah.
So like the first kilometre in Sydney, I think on my Strava, it was like minus 64.
Wow.
So the first kilometre, you come out and you're just rolling down this hill and stuff. But yeah, people said that to me afterwards and I was like, well, I got what I wanted. So like...
Yeah, exactly. That's what matters.
I did a half marathon PB, unofficial half marathon PB. Let me just say that.
Yep. Well done.
Well done. And in December in Battersea Park, and like I gave it everything, like literally everything. And I felt like I couldn't like run for like 3 weeks because I was just so cooked.
That's fine.
Yeah,
that means you've emptied the tank.
I emptied
in
the
the
tank.
Supposed to feel
in the
after a
bin.
race. Yeah, I do feel like that is, if you're bouncing back a few days after a full send,
You've
like,
not full sent.
You unless it's part of like some sort of, unless it's a part of a training like route to a race. Okay, say that your session is a full, like almost empties the tank. You should be able to bounce back from that. But a half marathon or marathon, that takes you some time to bounce back.
I just feel like I'm not the type of person who ever wants to do that.
That's fine.
Do you know what I mean?
I feel like there's two sides though, right? You've got like really time-driven people who want to like that feeling of like sending it or emptying the tank, etc. And then you've got like, I see a lot with runners and stunners, like you're getting so many more people that are actually signing up to races for fun and to party pace. And I know some people may not like agree with it, but it's like, you know, it's like, do you see this is a bit of a tangent, but do you see the stats on how many less people are drinking alcohol in the UK from last year? You know, that graph. It's like people are just doing different stuff with their time. They want to sign up to a half to have a laugh with the girls and running glitter and matching ribbons and whatever. And I think that's quite fun.
When we did New York, there were these like 4 mates. I think they were English actually. They were all wearing the exact same outfit and they ran together pretty much the whole time. Like it was so nice to see. Yeah. But back onto that drinking thing. Yeah. It's so funny because one of my favourite, I guess, sort of bits of slander that people love to do now about the younger generation is like, your generation's so boring. Like they all go to the pub. I don't know why I've done Northern accent, sorry.
Because you can see it.
But it's like, it's all about how everyone's boring because they don't drink. Yeah. I mean, I drink a little bit, but I don't really do it too much. But the reason I don't do it too much is because I much enjoy myself and my time when I'm not feeling like shit because of alcohol.
Yeah, I'm very like susceptible to how I feel. I will be down in the dumps if I feel bad in my body. So I need to kind of monitor that. And like drinking makes me feel terrible. Yeah. But I do drink.
I
but
go
just
through
not
phases.
Yeah.
I feel like I have a very healthy relationship with alcohol.
No, I would say the same.
I don't. Well, I do, yeah.
What can you not have one?
No, because I went sober for 8 months a few years ago, and I'll always do like the start of the year. Like last year, I went sober for the London block. Year before, went sober for like a marathon block. Drank in the Sydney block, but I feel like I go through phases, but I actually like going out and partying. Like in December, I was just like going to the pub and doing shots with the girls. Like I actually really enjoyed that.
But so do I.
We had a good night out together after New York, didn't we? She was that hammered.
She can't even remember.
One thing I did want to talk about, which I found super interesting, is your video, Celina, where you went and got your, I guess, was it a VO2 max test you did?
Yes.
But you essentially wanted to get your heart rate monitored when you were kind of like pushing it. And yeah, can you just explain a little bit about that? Because I feel like that video informed a lot of people, but also confused like a load of that subsection of the internet that were like, what the hell?
I think I wasn't too clear. It would have been better as a YouTube video, to be fair.
Right.
Like there was a lot of data, and I'm really bad with data, by the way. I'm also going back to him in a couple of weeks to get it retested.
Nice.
So basically, my problem with running fast has always been that my heart beats out of my chest. Like yesterday, I did a 14K, 8:15 pace, and that's in kilometers per hour, kilometers per hour?
Yeah. No, kilometers.
Minute per kilometer. 8 minutes 20 per kilometer.
Yeah.
Not miles. I think my heart rate was like 177, like really high. So, and this always baffles the internet. So I was like, okay, let me just actually go and get it tested. So I got my VO2 done. And I think my zone 2 starts at now I can't remember. 155, 160, 165, something crazy like that. And then I couldn't even finish my VO2 VO2 max test on the treadmill because I was running too fast. So I had to stop it early. So I don't even know like what my zone 5 pace is.
Right. Okay.
But so I'm going back and I'm hoping to actually finish it this time because I feel like I've gotten a tiny bit fitter in the last few months. And then I also got like my grip strength done, and he basically did my overall fitness, and he was like, you have excellent fitness. And my mom's the exact same as well, and she also has excellent fitness for her age, but he was like, you just can't run very fast, like your heart,
interesting,
yeah, like your zones are different. And I think it's just fitness looks different on everybody.
Yeah, that's really cool to hear.
You know what I mean?
Obviously there'll be a lot of people that go, I'm like this myself. I'll look at someone's run on Strava and they'll put easy 10 and your heart rate's like 160. I'm like, that's not easy.
I've never,
but
yeah,
it might actually be easy for that person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I had to do a set of easy runs. I can't remember now what the zone, let's say it was like 160 to 170. And he was like, don't let your heart rate go over 160. I was running like 9:30 paces, 10-minute paces. Sometimes I was walking.
Mad.
In Battersea Park, just walking around, calling it a run on Strava.
Yeah.
Not lying, by the way. That's just genuinely what I had to do.
I have done that on an easy run before. Like, for some reason, a pace that usually should be like a 125 just suddenly is like a 150. I'm like, right, chill out.
I've never seen 125 on a run. Like, I don't think I can even walk at 125.
What's your resting right now? Do you have your watch on?
Yeah.
I'm so intrigued by this. I'm such a little heart rate nerd. It's so annoying.
What's yours?
It's going to take a second, I think, to...
Mine's 70.
Mine's 57 currently.
69.
It's going up as I look it.
Mine has to catch up. Give it a sec.
Because I'm nervous.
5 minutes ago, 94.
Okay.
Like, that's
so
really
your resting's
bad.
probably like 80.
My resting, I think, is like, it can go up to about 75, I think. Okay. And sometimes it's in the 60s.
Yeah.
If I'm doing nothing.
I definitely want to do, I think James Warnock did a video about this where he went and got his heart tested because his dad had a heart attack, didn't he?
Yeah.
And I think even if you don't have a heart condition, it's so good to know if there's issues, because I've heard so many awful stories of people just suddenly dying of heart attacks during exercise or, you know, just randomly in their life. And there's no rhyme or reason to it, but there is, because they've got something that they just don't know about. And so it's worth doing. Like, I'm definitely going to go and try and find somewhere to go and just get a full scan done and just a health MOT with my
I know
heart.
somewhere, I can send it to you later.
Really? Mm-hmm. I'm getting my VO2 max test done probably this time next week, I think. So it'll be interesting to see where my zones are, because...
Speaking of James, he just got his done, I think, recently, and it's
max.
so high.
Oh, really?
Oh my God, it's so high. Can't remember what it was, but like...
But he's fit, James. Like, he's fast.
And he never talks about it.
No, but that's his
humble. He's a humble king,
isn't it? It's like I remember speaking to him about this. He said his fitness is his passion. So it's like he doesn't like posting about fitness as much as he would have used to, because he feels like his content is...
I get that though. Sometimes you just want to go out for a run without having to kind of think about it.
Yeah, I get that.
And I think it's quite an escape for him, like to go out for a run.
When I'm doing my YouTube vlogs, which will be back for the London thing, I love just going out with... I'll take my phone out with me, but knowing that I'm not filming any sort of real content. It's just I can pick up the vlogging camera, and if I want to speak about something, I'll speak about it. If not, just won't do anything.
I think it's a different kind of pressure as well. You know, when you have to go out for a reel, this is very us specific, but you know, when you have to go out and film a reel, you're like, okay, I have to get my points across and I have to do it while I'm running, or I have to, whereas when it's YouTube, it's just like...
There's such an art to short form content.
I find it really hard.
Didn't you guys film like so 3 ads in your first marathon? That's a skill.
Never again. I did it in the last one too.
Did you? Oh
my God.
Yeah,
I remember I was in the bed the night before, like lying there, like, I'm gonna have a heart attack. Speaking of heart attack.
Sorry, during the actual race, you had 3 ads to film.
Yeah.
On the day.
What? Sorry, I thought you meant the training vlog.
No, the actual marathon.
Day. I was. What? Oh God, honestly,
that's
like,
wild, man.
God. Like for London last year, I had ultra shoes because there was like. I had an ad for like every different part of what I was like wearing and what I was doing.
So hydration, shoes, clothing.
I had ultra shoes. I ran it with the Westin in London City, so I had an ad with them. And then I had maybe like an electrolyte or something, I can't remember.
Is it a vest?
I can't remember what it was, something. As in so amazing and like so grateful, obviously, but the pressure on the, like I was lying in bed the night before being like, not only do I have to run a marathon,
and she's got to film her own content on top of that, come and run the London Marathon.
And also just your battery life.
So true. You know, Izzy, when she ran, was it from London or Berlin? She had a battery pack for
and they're heavy.
put on her phone in her belt, but because of the way she sweated, the battery like burnt her.
Oh my god!
Yeah, so she had this massive patch on the back, lower back, where this like sort of obviously little MagSafe battery just like burnt her a little bit.
Oh, that's
wasn't even
crazy.
on. It was just obviously from moisture and yeah.
I'm gonna have to put a battery pack in my Ultra vest. I've had that for
just
days.
keep it in the vest. Not in the back pocket.
Yeah, have you guys got any goals aside from races that you want to kind of build towards for 2026 that you haven't possibly shared yet?
I want to keep on expanding runners and stunners. So we've got Brighton and Edinburgh on the list next to expand the run club there. And there's a lot of girls of runners and stunners like running races that I feel like all my goals are around run club.
Yeah.
So I want to keep on expanding that, do the chipped race with run club. But yeah, I feel like all my goals are runners and stunners related. I don't like setting myself a target for like growth on social media. I just hope that just comes naturally. But I would like to grow on social media as well. Yeah.
Mine is kind of like, I obviously have some things written down, but I always find that when this sounds so sappy, but it's so true for me. Like when I'm the healthiest version of me and waking up every day and actually doing the things that I should, that's when things fall into place for me. And last year I felt like that was not happening at all. I was not taking care of myself at all.
Yeah.
And I always felt out of control, always felt like I couldn't manage anything because I also work on my family business as well.
I forget about this.
Yeah. So like...
Wait, can we quickly talk about that? Like,
yeah. So my family business is Wicklow Way Wines. We make strawberry, blackberry and raspberry wines back home. And I do, so we're just a family business. So I do all the back end. So marketing, accounting, all of that. My dad and my brother do the production. And then my mom, whatever, she kind of comes in and out. So I do everything it takes to keep the business actually kind of running in the background. And people often ask me like, the amount of people who've asked me, do I resent it now that I do the job that I do? I'm like, that is such a weird question. I wish people would stop asking me that. Like, of course I don't. You know, I wouldn't do it if I didn't. I do it.
That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a passion project for me. But anyway, you know, when you're building something, you always feel like you could be doing more.
Yeah.
Always feel like you can't rest because rest is unproductive and stuff. So I have that as well with the wines. I feel like if I'm not always giving my all to it, then I'm not doing my best or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But back to the goal thing is that when I'm not treating myself as I should be, I have no mental capacity, no energy for the things that I have to do. And then everything falls. And then I go into like, I'm not going to say a depressed state because that's not it. But like, you know, last year, like I was struggling last year. And it's just because I wasn't waking up and doing the things I had to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was eating too many tubs of Ben & Jerry's as a coping mechanism. So this year I'm just like, once I wake up and do the things I have to do every day, hopefully things will fall into place.
I like that. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Giving yourself the best environment to thrive.
I think so.
That's what it's all about.
I think so, yeah.
I love that. Well, thanks so much for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us.
I'm Flew.
Is it over?
An hour and a half.
Yeah, well, hour and 25 currently.
Is it?
Oh.
But I don't know what the runtime will be because I have to cut out all of the expletives that you guys said.
What did we say?
No, I'm just joking.
No,
We didn't bicker. Jenny said, please, can we not bicker before we come in? I was like, what? Do we bicker?
Have you ever bickered?
I would say we bicker, just like we're really close friends. So I'd say just like we have a little bicker, but not anything serious.
We don't fight, no. I feel like
Like
maybe
if she says something that's a bit bitchy, will you go, I don't know why I pointed at you actually, vice versa. Would you like call each other out on it?
I would say we'd call each other out.
That's good.
Like
That's healthy.
I think we tell each other to touch grass when we need to touch grass, like things like that.
Like I'll
It's
come
important.
to Jenny with something that's really bothering me and she'll be like, mate, touch grass. I'm like, that's not the answer I wanted.
Yeah.
You've got to be able to let your mate moan at you though.
No, but she doesn't. Now we're about to bicker.
I definitely.
No, she does. It's good. I don't need to be complaining sometimes about the things I'm complaining
moaned
about.
a lot at Celina last year, but more not really about like content and stuff, just about like personal life stuff. Like I moaned at her a lot last year, but again, like she's like, Jenny, it's time to cut XYZ out.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
God,
It's time now.
Yeah.
And I brought something up over Christmas. She's like,
stop talking to me about it.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear
it's
about
like
it anymore.
just a normal friendship.
I catch myself doing that as well. Look, thank you so much for coming on, guys.
Thanks for having us.
That was wicked. Obviously, all your links will be in description.
Yes.
Runners and Stunners
Runners
and
and
Runners
Stunners.
High.
Woo!
Love it.
It's like
Ireland and London.
Dublin and London, yep.
Dublin, London, and then every fucking city in the UK.
London, Bristol, and Manchester currently.
Class.
But
That's
soon
so
to
good.
expand.
Soon to be
So
Brighton.
good. And if you want to come to a small East London run club, then
It's not small anymore.
small. No, I know.
I saw one of your groups the other day. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Huge.
But no, yeah, thanks so much for coming on, guys.
Thanks.
And,
Thanks
I'll
for
see you
having
next
us.
Thursday. Obviously, if you watch on Spotify, make sure you're following. Drop a comment as well. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, drop a like, all of that good stuff. I'm not going to beg it anymore, but thank you so much for supporting the pod. Appreciate it. And I'll catch you next Thursday for another episode. Take care.
Bye.